Thank you very much. The next presentation will be from AfriForum.
Chair, thank you. I guess the appropriate thing to say under these circumstances would be thank you for the opportunity. But I'm going to be honest with you and say that I'm concerned that that would simply be pandering to the process. You see, Chair, I've made many submissions like these in the same way that AfriForum has been making submissions like these for many years. And I'm afraid that just like the National Health Insurance Act, the expropriation without compensation bill, and the basic education laws amendments, these amendments are simply going to be steamrolled through the parliamentary process, ignoring the thousands of well-argued comments against doing that. Because unfortunately it fits the African National Congress's ideal of clinging to power through all means. I'm still waiting for the ruling party to table a law that will prevent children from drowning in pit toilets, Chair. I'm still waiting for the sleeping cabinet ministers to increase the budget for visible policing while decreasing the budget for their own VIP protection. I'm still waiting to see the ANC admit to their role in state capture and prosecute murderers of whistleblowers like 𝗶𝗁𝗲𝗏, whose cell phone was traced and monitored for weeks, ironically, before a brutal murder. And now the South African public is being asked to sign off on laws that will give this government even more powers to trace and track people's cell phones, for instance. Chair, as the philosopher 𝗔𝗹𝗴𝗲𝗺𝗲𝗏 so wisely asked, do dirty pots bring forth clean food? And the answer is no, they do not. These amendments are the dirty food that has been brought forth by the dirty pot, which is the African National Congress government. Chair, I do not have faith in this process because the party behind it all are con artists tricking the populace into believing that they have a say and pretending to follow the guidelines of the South African Constitution. And so we will make our submission yet again, if that is what is required of us to keep the record straight. But should these laws be pushed through, AfriForum will be ready to challenge them in court, as we are ready to challenge all the other pieces of unconstitutional legislation that's currently lying on 𝗔𝗹𝗴𝗲𝗺𝗏's desk, waiting to be signed into law just before election time. I will summarize our concerns, Chair, seeing as I've said that we have made these submissions verbally and extensively in detail written before. Our concerns are the following. Expansion of vetting powers. This broad definition of person or institution of national security interest raises concerns about freedom of association and privacy. Chair, it does not take a very long stretch of the imagination to see how the ANC government can abuse widely phrased terms like these to target political rivals as well as activists. Chair, you yourself have been the victim of political incarceration, and I'm sure that's something you would not want to see repeated in a democratic South Africa. Lack of oversight. The bill lacks adequate oversight of surveillance, which could lead to unchecked surveillance powers and potential abuses. Now, we know that currently, should members of the Hawks or a police detective agency want to trace and monitor someone's phone calls, they need permission from a High Court judge. That is at least one check and balance that we currently have in place, even though that has also been circumnavigated in certain circumstances. The law as it stands at the moment, the amendments do not leave much of a check or balance regarding that, and it's clear that it can be easily abused. Failure to address SSA issues. The bill does not address historical challenges within the SSA, such as strengthening the independence of the Inspector General of Intelligence and preventing abuses and corruption. Chair, we know that a former sitting president of this country weaponized the SSA to his own advantage. We also know that a former minister in charge of the SSA has been linked to rhino horn poaching and human smuggling without any proper investigations being made into those accusations. That is extremely concerning and things that this bill should address. And lastly, Chair, privacy and freedom of association. AfriForum is concerned about potential threats to privacy and freedom of association. The vague definitions of expansive powers in the 𝗔𝗹𝗴𝗲𝗺𝗏 could result in arbitrary applications and abuses. I thank you for your time.